I knew something was wrong the moment I heard her laugh. A loud, careless laugh I hadn't heard in years, aimed at everyone except me. But nothing prepared me for the words that followed. "I'm only marrying him because he won't leave me," she blurted into the microphone, swaying slightly. "Not because I love him." For a second no one reacted. The hall froze with its chandeliers, flower arrangements, and the soft hum of wedding music playing under her voice. Then came the whispers. A few gasped. Someone muttered, "Oh my God." And I just stood there halfway through my drink, feeling the floor tilt under my feet. She giggled, as if she hadn't just detonated a bomb in front of 200 people. I remember blinking slowly, like my brain needed extra time to process whether I'd really heard the woman I was planning to marry say that. Whether it was some twisted joke. Whether she knew I was standing right in front of her. But she wasn't looking at me. She was looking at her sister, who seemed horrified. Then at her mother, who rushed to grab the mic. Then at the crowd, who now stared at me with that pitying expression I never wanted to see directed my way. Not once did she look at me. Not once. People think heartbreak hits like a punch. Doesn't. It hits like cold water, slow creeping, numbing you before you even notice the chill. I remember hearing her mutter, "Guys, relax, it's fine. He knows I'm joking," as her mom pulled her away. But I didn't know. And she wasn't joking. Because when she finally caught my eyes just for 1 second, something unfiltered passed through her expression, something like regret. Or maybe it was resignation. As if she'd finally said the thing she'd been holding inside. I didn't cause a scene. Even now I'm proud of that. I didn't shout or cry or make it worse for her sister. I slipped out of the hall quietly, like a ghost leaving his own funeral. But every step I took toward the parking lot felt like dragging a dead version of myself. I sat in the car for a long time replaying her words, hearing them sharpen each time. "I'm only marrying him because he won't leave me." She had said it so casually, so effortlessly, like I was some clingy shadow she'd been tolerating. And suddenly, every little doubt I'd pushed away over the past year returned, now holding hands like they'd been planning a reunion. The time she seemed distracted on date nights. The awkward silences when I talked about our future. The way she brushed off my compliments, as if they embarrassed her. The fact that she never said, "I love you" first. I ignored all of it because I loved her so much it blurred the edges of every warning sign. She came home around 2 a.m. I heard her stumble through the door. The faint clatter of her heels hitting the floor. The slow, uneven footsteps making their way toward the bedroom. She didn't turn on the lights. "Are you awake?" she whispered. I didn't answer. She sat at the edge of the bed, her back to me. I could smell the alcohol on her. Hear her swallowing nervously. She waited, maybe hoping I'd save her from whatever guilt was creeping in. But I stayed silent. "Can we talk?" she finally said. Her voice cracked. And that was when my heart almost broke for her again. Because even after everything, a stupid part of me wanted to comfort her. Wanted to pretend the entire night never happened. But I couldn't. "Why would you say that?" I asked finally, my voice steady but sharp. She sighed. "I was drunk." "I know. But drunk words are sober thoughts, right?" Silence. She didn't deny it. And that silence was worse than anything she could have said. The truth came out slowly, drip by drip. Like she wanted to soften the impact but only made it worse. She admitted she'd been feeling unsure for months. That she felt pressure from her family. That she told herself I was good for her, even if she wasn't in love with me. Then she said something that cut deeper than everything else. "You're safe. You're loyal. I knew you wouldn't hurt me." Safe. Loyal. Reliable. It sounded less like love, and more like she was describing a seatbelt. "So you were what?" "Settling." I asked quietly. She didn't answer. Her silence answered for her. The next morning her entire family called me. Some to apologize. Some to blame the alcohol. Some to claim she didn't mean any of it. But no one actually asked if I was okay. Not even her. She just kept saying, "Can we move past this?" I made a mistake. A mistake. As if she had spilled a drink, not spilled the truth. My revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. Controlled. Precise. I didn't yell. I didn't shame her in front of anyone. I didn't give her family a reason to twist the story. I just called her 2 days later. Asked her to meet me at the small park where we'd first talked about getting engaged. When she arrived, she looked fragile, ashamed, hopeful. All at once. She sat beside me, shivering slightly even though it was warm out. I want to fix this, she whispered. I want us. I nodded slowly. I know. She exhaled with relief. Then I took off the ring and placed it gently in her hand. I'm leaving, I said. Her face went pale. No, she whispered, shaking her head. No, please. I didn't mean. You did, I said softly. And I listened. She grabbed my arm, but I slid it away gently. You don't love me, I continued. You love that I won't leave you. And that's exactly why I'm leaving. Her breath caught in her throat. I can do better. I can try. But loving someone isn't something you should have to try, I said. It should be the easiest part. She broke then, tears, shaking hands, trembling voice. Not because she lost the man she loved, but because she lost the man who loved her unconditionally. There's a difference. And for the first time I finally saw it. I walked away slowly, feeling the weight fall off me with every step. She called my name once. Twice. Then her voice cracked into silence. But I didn't look back. I couldn't. Sometimes the most painful revenge is simply choosing yourself. Because nothing hurts a person more than realizing the one they took for granted is the one they can never have again.